So today I have something quite a bit different for my channel. We're going to look at the Simgot EW200 IEMs, or in-ear monitors. Here's the box it comes in. All the specs are on the back. It features a dual cavity dynamic driver. Because of this, they're supposed to offer a very wide frequency range. Let's go ahead and look at what's inside the box. First, we have the two metal alloy earpieces. These look very well built and have a little weight to them. In the next box, we have the instruction manual showing how to connect the metal earphones to the wires, as well as how to put them around your ears. Then we have the cable itself, which is silver plated and copper cabling in a braided pattern. Then we have 3 different sizes of silicone adapters for the earbuds and a microfiber pouch to carry the headphones in. So I went ahead and unboxed the silicone adapters and separated the sizes. I'm a pretty average guy, so I went ahead and tried just the medium size, which seemed to work well for me. So in order to connect these, there's 2 prongs on the wires for each earpiece, and you also need to make sure that you're connecting it to face the correct way, because it could face one way or the other, which I didn't do right the first time around. For this review, I did want to compare my daily drivers, my main headphones that I use, which are the SteelSeries Arctis Pro over-the-ear headphones. I use this for work and for gaming. It connects wirelessly or over Bluetooth, so I know that this is a very different type of style of headphone. So I also went ahead and tested my other IEMs, which are the Boltune IPX7s, but I couldn't even find these on Amazon anymore, so I don't even know if they exist. Since my channel is mostly about PC gaming and handheld PCs, I wanted to test out some games with the ROG Ally. The first one I tested was Eastward, which features a very lo-fi style music reminiscent of the 16-bit era of games. Using the Arctis Pro headphones, some of the tones simply just feel a little muted when I compared them to the EW200s, and it's hard to describe, but once I put on the EW200s, I could hear basically an entire range that was not present before with the Arctis Pros. Like I was at a symphony and missing out on hearing a third of the orchestra. Okay, maybe not that drastic, but hopefully you get the point. The Boltune Bluetooth IEMs sounded okay here, but felt pretty stale in comparison to the Arctis Pros. Next, I wanted to try something a little more punchy, so I loaded up Gotham Knights. On my Arctis Pros, I can hear quite a bit of the ambient noise, and of course the bass is very present here when in combat or there are explosions. The mid-range on the Arctis Pros is pretty decent as well. Switching over to the EW200, the ambient noise and soundstage presence is just on another level. Almost like I could hear my character breathing. I could hear wind in the background, and it just felt really immersive. However, these are still 2 very different style headphones. I tried the Boltune IEMs again here, and I could hardly hear any ambient noise. Although the bass was much more prominent on the Boltunes, it felt forced and then dampened the other noises, where the EW200 did not. However, the EW200 didn't have the same kind of punchy bass I was expecting. So then I wanted to go ahead and just try some music. With the EW200, there's a very good balance between bass, mid-range, and treble. Again, the bass just doesn't feel very powerful, and if I could try to describe it, would be that the kick drum in this song that I listened to sounded natural, but didn't have the same bouncing effect in my eardrums. On the other hand, the shaker in the song sounded like it was right behind my left ear, where on the Arctis Pro, it was there on the left side, but again, it felt a little muted. And then the Boltune sound stage was so far off that it sounded like the shaker sound was dominantly on the right ear or right side when I was listening. So again, it looks like EW200 really picks up on these little things. Lastly, I'm going to show you how it goes back into the pouch and then how it fits into the different handheld device cases. I like to slide up the spacer, or whatever you call this thing, all the way to the ears and then just start looping it around and around until finally I get to that white Velcro piece and tie it together. Then we'll stick it into the microfiber pouch and then you can just tie it up if you want. Now here is the Lenovo Legion Go case. While there's no space on the bottom to put this, you can see that the case does have some space right where the screen is. So since this case is microfiber, it shouldn't damage the screen at all if it rests on it. But this is just a suggestion. If you're worried that it might damage your screen, then you don't have to follow what I'm doing here. Next, I wanted to also show the Steam Deck in its case. Again, we have some room here where the screen is, and it just zips up just fine. Lastly, here's the Ally on its case. Just kidding, it doesn't come with one. So, some concluding thoughts. Overall, I'm impressed with these as an entry level into the audiophile space. These seem like a very good option for around $40, as long as you don't mind using wired headphones in 2023. I'm going to be using mine for my handheld gaming since all the devices I own have 3.5mm headphone jacks, and I love that you can just actually fit them in the cases that they come in without having to worry about any additional pouches or spaces to put it, except for the Ally. That's it for my review of the Simgot EW200s. If you're interested, the link is in the description, and if you have any questions for me, leave them below. That's gonna do it, and I will see you guys next time.